at Echo Lounge. Got Law Nation to my right, and I got Jesse Holley, Mr. 4th and 1 to my left.
4th and long. See, now you get mad at me.
You know what? She got me bamboozled. She got me, I see this pretty one behind me. Behind this goes in the bucket.
I understand.
Right there.
I understand.
My mind with the must. Tamara, thank you. I'll be over there in a second. Thank you for coming. But yes, again, Cowboys and chill. Let me get my mind. Let me reset my mind.
You got it.
We're talking Cowboys and watching football. The Dolphins are getting killed by Buffalo as usual. As I said earlier, Buffalo is to the Dolphins what San Francisco has been to the Cowboys. What San Francisco has been to the Cowboys. It's just been total dominance. Jesse, Cowboys 1-0 this week.
Yes.
It wasn't even a contest against Cleveland. What did you like from that Browns game that you saw?
For me, it was defensively. I know what you're gonna do. 1-3, 1-3. I get it. We understand. We get it. But the biggest question coming into this season was, could this defense and the players on this defense and the new defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer, could they come together and formulate something that was formidable? And mainly, it being because Zim was this old school, tough, rugged kind of guy, and under Dan Quinn it was more loose. Those guys had more freedom, the ability to kind of do their own thing, which worked at times for the Cowboys, but also in those moments when you needed that discipline the most, it hurt them. And so it was always wondering, what were these guys going to be in year one under Mike Zimmer? And I think if we're just going by all we have right now is one game with the work, it seems like that marriage has come together in a very successful way.
The thing about it is that people were, I think, the Dak contract was the star of the show because that was what everybody was talking about. And that was a big deal for him to get that deal done before the game. But the defense was the most important thing, the most impressive thing in that season opener. And you're right. There was so much talk about Micah and Zimmer and how that relationship would work, especially when Micah missed the entire offseason. And then when he came back from minicamp, Zimmer didn't say nothing to him. He said they had 20 words for 3-day minicamp. And Zimmer was, being old school, hazing him a little bit. But once they got to training camp, they were having breakfast together. And he started creating packages to feature Micah. And we saw some of that in week one. Not only did they have packages to feature Micah, but Micah was calling the defensive stunts, the line stunts up front. And I think that's old school genius. That's genius manipulation. That's psychology. Because the way I get you to buy in is I make you part of the solution.
Correct.
I make you accountable to what we're doing. And when you have responsibility, you're going to buy in. And Micah told us yesterday, I'm studying more. I'm watching more film. I got more responsibility. And I want to impress Zimmer. I want to
his approval. Is that where coach able to elevate someone said's game versus someone being friends like peer to peer? I always said that was one of the issues even with Dak Prescott when he had Kellen Moore with him. It was peer to peer. It's not like he's going to earn and learn more from somebody that's on the same level. And I think that my guy Dan Quinn befriended Michael Parsons. Instead of being his coach, he became his friend. And the one thing that we know about Michael Parsons is his athletic ability, right? What God had blessed him with was is arguably one of the best defensive players in all of football. We can't dispute that. There's no arguing that. Facts. But now what takes you to that next level? It's the knowledge of the game. It's understanding the system that I'm playing in and how my unique set of skills can be showcased. And I think what Zim has done, to your point, Clarence, is he's put him in a position to go, we know what you are athletically, but now we're going to take that and put the mental side to it, and that's going to make you an Avenger, right? That's the missing. I'm not all into the DC and all that Marvel stuff, but that's going to give you the whole infinity. That's going to give you the infinity stone, that missing piece that says, I'm going to help you get over that hump to getting that Defensive Player of the Year award. And while we're doing this, you're going to be the catalyst for our defense being as successful as we want it to be.
No doubt. And we'll find a lot more this week than we did last week. Certainly, Cleveland was like, I don't know what happened with Deshaun Watson. He's broken. You know, they didn't have a show. They didn't have the best running back. And Deshaun Watson is a shell of his former self. We'll find out more about this Cowboys defense, if it's real or alive or Memorex, as they used to say back in the day. You know, we'll find out more against the Saints. With this new offense, they have the old San Francisco offense. Alvin Kamara is still Alvin Kamara. They run the ball. One thing that was the Achilles heel last year that had to be fixed this year was stopping the run, and they will have to stop the run Sunday.
And that's going to be a situation.
Another concussion.
Tua is down right now, ladies and
another
gentlemen.
concussion.
Put prayers together for him. This is the thing that I got to say, too, while we're tuning into this. Zim is not satisfied. I heard Zim in his press conference, he was saying that he got to do more to keep Parsons from being chipped, keep Parsons from being double teamed. He got to be more in his bag of creativity. So those are things that I'm looking at as far as Zim going into this game. They said that they only operated out of 3 sets of the defense.
Yeah.
So they got a lot on the table that's going to be unseen.
You know, I just watching this game, and I know people are watching this game. If he got a concussion off that hit, that was not a helmet hit.
No.
Right.
But it's a dumb play by him. Like, you already know the situation.
The first down slide.
Slide. Get down.
But I'm just saying, if you get a concussion off that hit, you know, you got head issues. We know. Because he didn't do this. You know, you hit his shoulders with your helmet. You got your neck wrenched, so to speak. But if you get a concussion off that is a huge issue, especially for a guy that just signed a contract.
He got $250 million too, right?
Yeah.
Big time money.
Yeah, you know, so that's a huge issue going forward. Again, prayers for Tua. Hope everything turns out okay. But you saw Mike McDaniel walking on the field biting his lip. You know, that's a huge issue for them. But I love this music. It was Frankie Beverly. You know, he's going to do a little
R.I.P. to them.
Old school Frankie Beverly. You know, I don't know if you had that at the cookhouse growing up.
Come on, man.
Got to.
Hey, I'm from Mississippi, man. That's all we played. Some Frankie Beverly.
People don't understand. When I was in college, Frankie Beverly. One reason why Frankie Beverly is so keeping black people is he used to do college homecomings back in the day.
Oh, wow.
And he used to do Prairie View homecoming back in the 80s.
Break it down.
You know, before he broke out nationally, he was doing homecomings. Before he went on these major tours, he was going to college campus doing black college homecomings. And that's why he has such a special place in the heart for a lot of black people. Again, R.I.P. To Frankie Beverly. Everybody knows he's the only guy that can have a concert and he ain't got to sing.
That's true.
Because everybody know the words. Everybody knows the words. So, again, rest in peace, rest in power to the king, Frankie Beverly. But getting back to this Cowboys team, offensively, that got his money. Correct. Should he have got his money?
Go ahead.
Yes. Should have got his money.
Yes.
$60 million. Y'all okay with 60?
I'm okay with 60.
I mean,
that's the market value.
He's $5 million more than a second highest paid guy. $60 million.
$60 million.
I am always about the players. Get every red, because guess what? Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, and the Jones family gonna give me my money. Gonna make so much. Like this is a family business. They're never not gonna make millions and billions of dollars. So, and if you got enough money to pay him $60 million, that tells me how much you bringing in. So I'm always for players getting their bread, man, and getting their money. Always.
And my theory is this. Every player is a Ryan Shazier hit away, and I'm not using that as a joke. Everybody's putting your life and your life on the line, and you can't play this game forever. NFL stands for not for long. So go get your money, go get your bread.
Hey, you know,
come on with it.
And that's DeMar Hamlin that hurt him, man. That's DeMar. Well, it looks like he's okay. He's talking. You know, he's walking. We'll know. But they're taking him to the locker room, taking him to the tent to see what's going on. Mike McDaniel certainly gave him a kiss on the forehead. You know, but we'll see.
Do Mike McDaniel deserve to get his money?
Listen.
Because we got another Mike that need to get paid.
You know, it's funny because it's different. Like that's what I tell you, the standard is different in different places. The standard in Dallas is different than Miami.
Okay.
Miami, when last time they won a playoff game? I mean, we talk about the Cowboys. Miami won a playoff game in 100 years.
I would say in 18 years or something like that.
It may be longer than that. They didn't won a playoff game. So, you know, what he's done to get them to the playoffs and turn things around and get people excited again is good for them. Ultimately, if you don't win, we're going to be talking about him being on the hot seat.
Right.
But he's only been there 2 years. So he's going to get more than 2 years.
Yeah.
This is Mike's 5th year.
5th year. So.
But getting back to Dak.
Go ahead.
You know, I grew up with a $6 million man, okay?
Okay.
Steve Austin, okay? Bionic Man, okay? That was a hero.
Not Stone Cold.
No.
Not Stone Cold.
I grew up with a $60 million man. And when you're the $60 million man in this game that we play, or they play, but as we covered in the NFL, we always tie the money to your name.
Yes.
And when you tie the money to your name, we tie the money to your performance.
Yes.
And so when you don't win, it's going to be the $60 million man didn't win.
It's
going to be that.
Heavy is the crown.
Yeah.
I remember a couple of years ago they said that he wasn't worth 40. And it was still like when they gave him the 40, okay, now win us the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But it takes a complete team to win a Super Bowl. It takes that, hey, I'm from Mississippi, we have this saying that all tubs must sit on its own bottom. But also, everybody got to be able to handle their own tub. So we need to have other guys, and when we get to the playoffs, to stand tall or not at all. And we haven't been seeing that when we got to the postseason.
Right. And then
outside of Dak Prescott.
And standing tall to me is not just getting to the championship game. You know, we talked about it on several different shows.
Yeah.
Return on investment. Is it good enough when you make $60 million and CD making $38 million and Michael finna get paid?
Yeah.
He gonna be the highest paid defender.
Right.
Is getting to the championship game good enough for the fan base, for the Joneses, after not winning for 28, 29 years? You know,
the quick answer to that is no.
No, I don't.
Hold on. The reason why I said it because I couldn't really say that. I couldn't express that earlier. But let me tell you this: when we had Tane Gailey, what was the expectation? Super Bowl or what?
Super Bowl to bust.
We had Dave Campo, 5-11. What was it? Super Bowl or bust? We didn't suck enough to even draft Mike Vick because we kept winning games. So when we had my guy Bill Parcells, he kind of switched some things around, and we had a chance then. He had a chance with Bill Parcells.
He put the team back in motion to start being competitive again.
Mike McCarthy is one of the better coaches we had since Bill Parcells.
Yeah, and he was brought here to win championships.
Correct.
He has a championship on his resume.
He was brought here to get the AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
No,
that's Bill Parcells. That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about Mike.
Mike McCarthy. I'm talking about Bill Parcells.
The Cowboys felt they had a championship nucleus with Dak and Zeke, and they had the making of a championship type team. They needed somebody else to unleash it and take it to the next level, and that's Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
And so getting to the NFC title game is not good enough for it might be good for Mike to get an extension.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But it won't ultimately be good enough if Dak is just 4 years. If he plays 4 years, Dak is going to be on all the Cowboy passing records.
Right.
He's going to be the winningest quarterback in Cowboys history.
Go on with it.
Okay. He will be the longest tenured quarterback.
Yep.
No one would have started more games as a quarterback than Dak Prescott if he ends this more seasons as a starting quarterback.
Man.
Not Troy, not Roger Staubach. If he finished his 4 years, and to not have any rings.
Let me
The standard is Troy's rings and Roger's rings.
That's not the standard anymore. That's not the standard. I'm telling you.
What's the standard?
Listen.
If Dak Prescott gets this team to an NFC championship, now I say that, but I want to separate myself. I want to separate into two parts.
Okay, break it. Split it.
My first part is yes.
Okay.
As a player, the season is a failure if you do not win a Super Bowl. I 100% agree with that.
Every year. Yeah.
But this fan base, this city, If you told me that the Cowboys were going to be in New Orleans this year playing in the Super Bowl,
Right.
this city would lose its everlasting mind.
Yeah.
They would be on cloud 50.
Yeah.
They would be so excited. They would be crotch first walking. They'd be knocking over chairs.
They'll build a statue and put it right next to Sky Mirror of Dak Prescott.
If
They don't win.
No. If they go, they'll build a statue.
If this team gets to
Philadelphia.
if this team,
It's been a made man because he got to the Super Bowl.
No.
Dallas ain't Philly.
no, come on, man.
Dallas ain't Philly.
Nope. You're still living in that world where
That's the only
when
world.
you grew up,
When he grew up.
when you see, and this is the thing, I wasn't born a Cowboy fan, right? I wasn't born a Cowboy fan.
So you don't appreciate the narrative. You don't appreciate the
there it is.
You don't
There it is. And that's the part right there.
See,
It's a legacy thing for him. This is a legacy. Hold on. See, his daddy's been Cowboy fans.
Let me tell you something.
More than anybody.
Look, I'm gonna look in the camera and say, you do, but you had the privilege of going from Tom Landry to Jimmy Johnson.
It don't matter.
That's privilege.
Listen,
You went from Tom Landry to Jimmy Johnson. We had to go through a whole bunch of those guys I just mentioned.
Cowboy fans suffered in the last years of Tom Landry. I'm 3-13.
And this is why I say,
listen to me.
He's privileged.
look. For you too.
Okay.
God rest your daddy, right? But you sat on your daddy's lap and y'all watch football games together. Yes?
Listen to me.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
The power of the
Yes or no?
The power of the pen.
Did you and your daddy watch football? It is a great memory that y'all had.
Yes.
So you was raised. This has been embedded in you. It's you. You were born. You were bred. You bleed, and you gonna die a Cowboy fan.
Yeah. Listen.
And you experience all of these levels and phases of Cowboys. So when you sit here today, in your heart, this side, in your heart, you look at that and you go, that's not the standard, because in your heart still got Tom Landry, your heart still got
Andrew Jones,
you got all that in
Pearson, Tony Hill, you got all of those boys.
Standard is still a standard. Like,
Come on, man. Standard is the standard. We had to live through Dave Campbell.
Okay, what you had to
We had to live through Dave Campbell. Shout out to Dave Campbell.
Don't be soft. Listen to me. The difference here is this.
Come on.
It's people like me who got the power of the pen who gonna set the narrative.
See?
Okay?
right.
And we gonna set the narrative.
And you write
Super Bowl or bust.
And you write the narrative from a legacy feeling.
And that's it. I'm still writing the narrative.
Right, but you're writing it from a place of what you used to have.
Don't you know how hard? Place where it's supposed to be, where you're the richest franchise, when you got all the trappings of advantages of AT&T Stadium, of the Star. You got more money than anybody. You got the largest fan base. You're the most watched team. The standard is the standard.
Yeah, the standard is the standard. But we got to call out the facts.
Expectations are expectations.
Is Bronny James going to be LeBron James?
Stop it. Stop it.
That's our argument. Who's going to be Tom Landry? Who's going to be Jimmy Johnson? It's the same argument.
No. Jerry has been chasing them titles. I'm just telling you, I can take it from the man himself. Jerry Jones won't be happy. Okay.
Well, yeah, true.
The owner won't be happy.
But he can't get mad at nobody but himself.
The owner gonna fire Mike McCarthy if he don't get to somewhere.
And who do you want? Who do you want?
And they gonna go get Bill Belichick.
So Bill Belichick
And be in the same place.
Who's 0-2 versus Mike McCarthy? He do a better job than Mike McCarthy.
That ain't got nothing to do with anything. It's about taking the team to the next level.
And who's going to be his offensive coordinator?
It's about taking the team to the next level. I get you second. It's about getting to the next level for sure.
Bill Belichick, who's going to be his offensive coordinator? Josh McDaniel?
I don't know who's going to be his offensive coordinator, but he knows how to build champions. And listen, I like Mike McCarthy. I don't even want to go down this road because I think Mike McCarthy's done a great job. Let's go 25. It's not easy. He's won more games than anybody except Andy Reid.
And he had to look over his back the entire time. Go ahead.
The difference is Andy Reid won 2 Super Bowls and won 1 playoff game.
Andy Reid don't have to look over his shoulder, man.
Stop it. That don't mean
Come
nothing.
on,
No one cares.
Look, Spagnuolo, when he goes to the playoffs, Spagnuolo is not interviewing for other jobs.
No one cares.
I know.
No one cares.
We didn't have that out
No one
here.
cares. No one cares. Those are excuses.
You're right. Those are excuses.
When you go get embarrassed, when you get beat in embarrassing fashion, no one cares.
Right. I agree. No one cares about that. But I do disagree. If this team got to an NFC championship or to a Super Bowl game this year and didn't win it, Jerry be happy.
Okay.
And you know why.
You know why? Predicted them to do that?
Money.
No.
Okay.
No.
Why ain't nobody gonna be happy then? Are you predicting them to do that? Are you predicting them to do that?
No.
So ain't nobody gonna be happy. So what we talking about? Ain't nobody gonna be happy anyway.
Yeah.
So we just talking.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Let's talk about the Saints game real quick.
All right, let's give them the Saints.